guys, how are we? It's show day! Wah! Oh my god, I cannot believe I am saying that. It's 6:10 and I'm leaving the house to go to the yard for Nancy and I's first ever show. I haven't competed for over 9 years, or about 8-9 years, and other than racing, Nancy's done nothing. So it's going to be entertaining, to say the least, but I'm nervous, but I'm not as nervous as I thought I was going to wake up feeling. It's rained overnight, as you can see, so it's not great out there, but hopefully it's not going to rain too much more. But I need to get to the yard, so I will catch up with you in a bit. There she is, my little show girl. Are we going to a show? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? We're going to go to a show. Yeah? What do you reckon about that? Going to a party? Oh, where you gone? Where you gone? Hans? Are you looking at them guinea pigs? What are we going to do? Are you going to go and be a good girl for Mummy today? Shall we see how dirty you are? Shall we see how dirty you are? Okay, so I didn't actually film too much myself. I just wanted to concentrate on the day. I was a little bit nervous, but not as nervous as I thought I was going to be. So I've got loads of photos and loads of little clips to share with you. So this is in the warm-up. I'd got Nancy all ready. She was really, really good to get ready. She travelled and loaded really, really well as well, which I know she loads and travels well because I have taken her from yard to yard before, but I've obviously never gone to a competition place, so I had no idea once we got there. The big sort of busy environment, lots of people, somewhere new. I didn't have any idea how she was going to react. And as you can see, she's quite hot on her toes. She's got a bit of pizzazz about her. But she was actually so good. I don't know what it was. It was like the atmosphere. She just wanted to perform. She was a little bit funny with other horses going past her. Just a little bit sort of on edge. We don't really ride with anyone in the school too often. And if we do, we're not really going past each other too much. So she's not used to that. But she was quite relaxed. I was just talking to her the whole time. Asking her to breathe. Reminding myself to breathe. And yeah, we just spent loads of time in the warm-up. I made sure we was there with plenty of time, just to really get her settled in, make sure she was happy, felt comfortable. There you can see she's just starting to relax a little bit, but she's not sort of resisting my hand or anything. She's just so busy looking at everyone, and I was so lucky to have Rob there videoing for me, so we managed to get all these little clips as well. And we did actually go with somebody else, this little pony, the black pony there, you can just see. So she knew somebody, but honestly, the environment, she just loved it. She lit up. She just wanted to go. So here you can see we're just having, I think we're going to do our first little jump in a moment. Not quite yet. But you can see she's very forward, she's very sort of full of herself, looking at absolutely everything. So I just wanted to keep her really calm. Oh, we didn't show the jump in the warm-up there, I might have moved clips around. But here we are in our clear round. So this was the 60 centimetres. I didn't want to overface us, so as I say, I had no idea what she was going to be like. There were some children running past there, sort of scraping their feet on the gravel, which she wasn't a fan of. So we had a little spook, but I just wanted to trot her right around the edge of the arena, have a good look at the banners, because we've never seen anything like that before. There's some big speakers as well. You can see one. We're just about to come past it now there. And she did have a little look and a sort of shy away from it because obviously it's playing music and quite noisy right next to her. But she wasn't too fussed about going in there, coming away from the others, which I didn't know she might be. So that was really good. But look at this trot. Oh my goodness me, them legs. She was just full of it. The environment, like I say, she just absolutely thrived off it. And she didn't nap going past the gate and past the people, which I wasn't sure she might do. But yeah, just it's plenty of time. It was just a clear round, so there's absolutely no pressure, no time, anything like that. Just have a real good look around, and we're just coming towards fence number 1 now. So green Bailey's fence. Whee, there we go. And I just wanted to really take our time around this. I couldn't breathe the entire way around. We got a little bit deep to that and took a funny jump, but she got a nice stride coming through this related distance to this one, number 3. And again, I wasn't sure if she was going to spook or nap to the gate there, going a little bit faster, but she didn't. I'll come right round, just reminded her to look where she's going, remind me to look where I'm going. Whee, over that one. We've got wobbly legs, she was on the wrong leg, she was disunited, you know, we were so wobbly and green, but honestly her attitude, I could not have asked any more from her. Took a flyer to that one, and then this one, she was kind of just looking at every fence, locking on, so we had to remind her where she's going and to look at what she's doing. But she was so good. I think she was more confident than what I was. Anything I was pointing her at, she was just up for it. And there we go, that's the last show jumping fence, and that corner, that turn, I was a little bit nervous about, to remember it first of all, and also getting her to come back to me. And that's the first cross country jump, which I thought was a little bit scary for the first one. It was a skinny, it was a brush, it looked a little bit bigger than the others. And here she was locking onto that table, and I said, absolutely bloody not, Nancy. We'll jump the nice little number 9, and then again coming nice and wide, plenty of time. I think she changes her leg about 10 times here. Yep, there we go, swapping legs. Number 10, whee! Oh my god! We went clear on our first ever clear round. She didn't stop, she just wanted to go faster if anything. And here she was just like, come on, where are we going? And I'm like, right, no, that's it, you're all done, you made it, we made it. And then we just come out the ring. Oh my goodness, I think I finally took a breath there. I felt like my heart was in my mouth the entire round. Yeah, look. But we're just back in the warm-up now. So our next class was 70 centimetres, so we didn't have too long to wait. So I just wanted to get her back in the warm-up, keep her moving. We had a nice walk around before I picked her up again, just to keep her really relaxed, and me. And I think this is a little jump in there, is it? Let's have a look. Yeah. Whee, jumps that nicely. And normally, like, especially with the first jump of the day, she can kind of over jump it and really pick her legs up funny and take a funny stride and a funny jump. But here she just felt so different. She just really felt like she knew there was a job to do and she had to get on with it. Whee, there we go, nice little jump. Nothing extravagant, nothing crazy. She was just so lovely to handle. Although she was super hot and ready for it, I didn't once feel sort of worried or scared to be on her or anything like that. She was actually really lovely. The only thing, you'll see it a bit later in the clips, or maybe here, she did not want to stand still. Anytime I asked her to stand still, she was just backing up and spinning round. That's obviously something, yeah, you can see her there. That's something we obviously really need to work on. But I think there I was just choosing my clear round rosette. We got that. And yeah, this is the ladies we went with as well, and I think she was just trying to put the rosette on her, which she didn't want to stand still for. She wasn't scared of the rosette, it was standing still that we was having a problem with. And you'll see that causes us a few problems a bit later on. Definitely something to work on, but I'm not sure if maybe that's linked to racing. Maybe like the having to stand still and then go full pelt through onto gallop. I'm not sure if that's sort of a throwback memory from that or anything like that, but yeah, standing still was certainly a challenge on the day. She was just so up for it. But once she'd gone in the ring and come back out, she was a little bit calmer. It's like she'd done her job, and yeah, it's just sort of waiting to go in there or in the warm-up. But so proud of her. I cannot believe we went clear on our first ever round. We've never been to anything like this, never any shows. We've done a couple of training, like jumping clinics and stuff, but they've always been on yards that we've been based at, so we've not had to travel anywhere to do anything. Oh my goodness, look! Look how pretty she looks. Our first ever rosette. I cannot believe it. So proud of her. And me. It's been a long journey to get her here and feeling ready to sort of get out and do anything. Here I am, walking the course. I've sped it up because, you know, watching yourself walk around isn't the most flattering, is it? With a body protector and... Yeah, so I'm just walking the course ready for our 70 centimetre. You can see here we're just ready and waiting to go in. I had, again, trouble with her standing still, but thankfully that little, it's like a little triangle shape there, so I can keep her moving, try and keep her walking around. But yeah, she just did not want to stand still, bless her. I wanted to look where everyone's going and try and watch the rounds before me, and she was just not wanting any of it. So here we are, obviously. She's already been in the ring, so I didn't necessarily need to spend too much time looking at any fences or the banners because I felt pretty confident she was happy with that. She kind of locked on. Once we got going, I felt like she just locked on to what she was doing. Any fence that was sort of in front of her or I was pointing her at, she was pretty up for. So I was just waiting for the bell to go. I think it had actually gone. I'm very, very rusty with how shows work, so thankfully I had some people helping me, and at Codden Park Equestrian Centre where we went to, they was absolutely fantastic. So lovely, so helpful and very supportive considering how nervous I was. But here we are, just getting her to come onto the right leg. So we've got a nice stride in. Through to number 1. It was the same course again with just a few fences added on to the end that you'll see. So this is the proper class now. So there we are, around to our related distance. And I didn't mind if she come back to trot. I'd rather her slow down and look at things. And I was actually asking her to come back to me because she was just so wired, so buzzing and raring to go for it. And height wise, she didn't have any troubles at all. We could have easily gone bigger, but as I say, I didn't want to overface ourselves. I didn't know how she was going to be, and actually I'm so glad that we started small because I didn't have to really worry about the stride that she was on, if her legs were in a mess, the angles that we were taking, or if she backed off like here to trot. Anything like that we could just deal with because it was nice and small. So again there, just reminding her to look, huge great big flyer. She absolutely bloody loved every second of it. Again, just reminding myself to breathe. I think I breathed a lot more around this round. I felt a bit more confident that I could ride it rather than just sort of sit there and aim for fences. But again, back round, and this time the round was actually timed from this fence. So there's some little lasers that you pop through just before that one. So from here we was actually timed. And that goes towards how you get scored for the class. So it obviously goes on faults, which you would get 4 faults if you knock a fence, or if you refuse, and you get 3 refusals and then you're eliminated. Obviously if you was to fall or dismount, you're eliminated. So these are the new fences now. We've not jumped these yet. That was number 11. Flew over that barrel, absolutely no problem. Coming nice and wide, and I wasn't worrying about the time. I didn't have that in my mind at all. That one was a nice little one, but actually people had a few problems with that. It was just sort of a few sticks. And this one, she backed off a little bit there, you can see, because it's right up in the edge and there's some like flower pots making you go right into that corner. So I think maybe she felt a bit lost or intimidated. And then right round, and I was a bit nervous about this one because it was kind of a zigzaggy fence, you can't really see it. But she jumped it no problem, had a good look, and that is it. Our 70 centimetre round of arena eventing cross country complete. Oh, I can't believe both rounds we got round it without stopping. She faced everything I put in front of her with no problem. Oh, I just can't believe it. She was so good. Absolutely bloody brilliant. I could not have asked any more from her. So just leaving the arena there. She didn't want to even go out. She would have happily stayed in there and jumped more. Here she is, good girl. And then, yeah, just back into the warm-up. Just wanted to walk around, get her to cool down and chill out. She got herself quite sweaty. It was raining a lot that day, so she was very damp as well. And then a few of the girls were kind of saying to me, it might be looking like we might actually be placed. And I could not believe that. Like, the thought of being placed at our first ever show, it didn't even enter my mind. I just wanted it all spooking there at the girl jumping. Here we are, backing up. Yeah, it didn't even enter my mind that we might be placed, you know. I wasn't going there for that. It was just a training round. Look, there we go. I can't believe it. 2nd place. I literally cannot believe it. I should be quiet so you could have heard us talking there, but a 2nd place. Wow. And I could have easily gone faster. I think we was about 9 seconds off of the time, the optimum time. I think it was 58 seconds to get round that final cross-country section. And I think we done it in 60 something. I'm sure we was 9 seconds off, and I could have easily pushed her to go a bit quicker or cut the lines a bit, but as I say, I wasn't aiming for the time at all. We was there purely as more of a training round, just to see how she went. And I'm so chuffed with her. I honestly cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Here we are, just going in. So our prize giving. Oh, first ever prize giving. First ever show. First ever rosette. First ever prize giving. Oh my goodness, so overwhelming. Look at her. She is so proud of herself, so pretty. But you'll see the issues with the standing still that we was having. Yeah, this standing still business definitely needs some work. She wasn't being nasty or naughty in any way. She was just so excited. I don't think she really knew too much of what was going on. I was just trying to sit really nice and quiet, keep a really light, gentle hand, put my leg on a little bit just to keep her where she's meant to be. My friend there was offering to hold her just to see if, you know, with someone comforting her from the front end, she would relax and calm down, but she didn't. And I was worried about them hurting their hands with her pulling around. We settled there for a minute, but yeah, I think she was just a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. As I say, I'm not sure if it's maybe a throwback to her racing days or anything like that, or just maybe the whole buzz of what she's in there to do. I think they're calling out the placings now. Oh, look at her, she's so pretty. Oh, so proud to have her there. She just honestly made my day. Had the best day ever. I'm still buzzing now. This is obviously future me editing the video. So that's it, first place. I think he called my name a few times, and I was so busy because she was standing still at that point. I was so busy I wasn't really listening. As I say, I'm completely new to all this showing business. And we should have actually been stood nice and quietly in between these two ladies here with their nice calm horses. But I was just like, no, we'll stay at the back. We'll stay over there where she was kind of settled. I didn't want to get in anyone's way. And then the gentleman there tries to put the rosette on. He wasn't too sure. She's fine with rosettes, but again, it's just the whole standing still, I think. Someone new, scary man with a big flying rosette coming towards her, she was just a bit unsure about. Oh dear, it's embarrassing really, isn't it? We definitely need to do our homework on standing still. I mean, even at home, she's not the best at standing still, trying to do up her girth or anything. She does try and walk on, but this was a little bit extreme. And it was nothing to do with the rosette at all. It was purely having to stand still. You can see there, she's watching what's going on, but she's not really bothered by the rosette. I was just so proud. I couldn't believe that we were there in a prize giving on our first show. I know it was only 70 centimetres, and to some of you that bit may be big, and to us that felt a huge, great big achievement, you know. So proud. Look at her. She's just like, I think she's the queen of the manor, you know. Oh dear, this bit's a bit bad.
Don't run away too far.
We didn't get too close, but I did apologise to the lady. No control. And the more, Nancy's very opinionated, she's very hot, the more you sort of ask her to do something, she'll just do the complete opposite. And I didn't want her reacting to me asking her to stand still or sort of putting my leg on too much or anything. And here, we can actually go now, like we can go forward, we can go and have a canter round. And she's like in a muddle. I'm like, no, come on, we can move. And she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And she felt really sticky for a second till she got going. And I think only here she sort of loosened up and got moving forward. Oh my god, our first lap of honour. Look at her. Oh, look at her. I can't explain to you how proud I am. All the hard work, the years, building a bond and really getting to know each other. Oh, look at her. So proud, so proud. Here we are, our first rosette from a class. Oh, honestly, melts my heart. There she is, back at the yard, in the field, having a nice drink and a chill out. Bless her, she got the rest of the day out in the field. Here's our rosette, clear round and second place. Choosing our photos from the show. That was a tough one, but these are the ones I picked. I couldn't resist buying photos from our first ever show. And that one, look, Rob in the background, bless him. He was so good standing there in all that rain and it was windy. Oh, it wasn't very nice weather. So fair play to him for coming along and supporting me and standing out in the rain. So pleased to have him there. Look at her though, her little face. I think I look scared in every photo. She looks well up for it. So we need to work on that. Look at that huge jump. As I say, size isn't the issue here, it's control. And my confidence, I think. These are photos Rob got, and he done such a fantastic job videoing. Look at her. Oh. We had the best day, honestly. Like I say, I'm still buzzing now, and I think we're over a week on that I'm editing this now. Just loved every second. So proud. Honestly, we've had a bit of a tough winter, so she's done me proud and we're excited to get out on our next one. So grateful for you watching and sharing our journey, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing our first ever show.